Okay, I figured I'd skip ahead to us actually getting out of the cave. Fought a few more baddies on the way out. Pumpkin and Bastett leveled up. Pumpkin is achieving extreme chunky status as he is over 400 health now. With Bastett trailing behind. Okay, so we got the Star Ruby. One thing I didn't show yet is our key items. So here's where all like our key items, like the story-based ones, go. So we got the loot that Lady Sarah back in Cornelia gave us, the crown, Mystic Key, and the Star Ruby, an enormous red jewel. And of course, zombies, because why not?
But not really any word on what to do with the Star Ruby. Like, we got all the way to the earthen cavern, but we can't break the seal.
Let's do a little more looking around. Oh, I see a cave that we haven't been into before.
Okay.
Might have answered our own inquiry. And I did use a tent, so we got some of our magic points back. Not all, but some.
Woo!
I think they kind of... Sorry?
I was gonna say, they went pretty hard with the animation for the Fire and Thunder AoE stuff.
They did. Giant's Cave. Oh. You're a big mother bleeper. Hello. You have Star Ruby? Oh, how convenient is that?
Oh, geez.
Give me Star Ruby and I let you pass.
Fair.
Crunch, munch, Nothing tastier than rubies. Except human flesh.
Is he actually gonna walk? Oh, okay. Okay. So...
Well, he gone.
So unlike the loot and the crown, that's actually been removed from our key items then?
Yeah. Yeah, he ate it. And he's probably gonna poop it out. So I don't think I don't think it's ours anymore. The rest is up to God.
Because I was a little confused as to, like, why are we still holding on to the crown? Oh, wasn't there...
there's a door. I just wanted to see what was up here.
Oh, literally spits us out into a different part of the mountain range.
Yeah. And it's crawling with spiders. The wildlife in this land is atrocious. That's what happens, man. Screw with the crystals, exploit them for their power, and shit goes whack, man. Nobody listens to the cries of the planet.
I'm still laughing, like, at least in the very beginning of the story, the king was like, oh, you have the crystals, you must be the warriors of light, whereas the prince woke up after a 5-year nap to see these weirdos staring at him, oh, you must be the warriors of light, and it's like, I didn't even introduce us. Are we wearing the crystals on us? Like, how did you know?
Yeah. Oh, Sage's Cave. That must be the Sage Sada or whatever the heck they're called.
Yeah. But we still had that door over in the Giant's Cave we didn't look into. Maybe on the way back?
Yeah, we can head back that way.
Okay.
Hello? Just standing there waiting. It's like he knew we would come. So you were the ones who defeated the vampire, eh? He was but a servant. The beast corrupting the earth crystal lurks much deeper within the cavern. Here, take this staff with you and use it behind the vampire's chamber. Oh great, now we gotta walk all the way back down there.
I knew it.
Huh. This has been another FU game moment. You friggin' guy.
So there was no special secret about all those pots in his back room?
No, I went and checked. Sometimes those do contain items in some of the Final Fantasies, but I did check, and yeah, nothing was coming up.
Okay.
All right. Let's head back. I think we'll use one of our cottages to make sure that we're fully rested up.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't feel like running all the way back to town.
That's fair.
We're going to check that one door as well.
Mm-hmm.
Diara. Yeah, I definitely noticed with this game, it's not the hugest variety of enemies. You're still running into, like, the same trash mobs, like, a few quests later.
Mm-hmm.
Get wrecked.
Oh, Sunny leveled up.
Yeah, she did. She's back to getting peanuts for, health. Lesser Tiger.
Ooh.
Preemptive Strike. That's that bad kitty. Ooh. Great Axe. 620
Money.
gil, 450 gil, and a Mithril Helm.
Okay.
Ooh. That's a better helmet for Pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great Axe. Attack would go up, accuracy would go down. What do you think? Attack would go up by 2, but accuracy would go down by 2.
I don't know. Like, he's always sacrificing accuracy. Like, what is his accuracy at all at this point? Jeez.
41.
Okay. Yeah, let's give it a shot.
There. We've got the Earth Rod in our key items.
Doesn't sound suggestive at all.
Well, I had to convince Pumpkin that it wasn't a pepperoni stick, and he's not allowed to eat it. But you promised we'd stop for lunch before we went any more dungeon crawling. Nope, we'll have lunch after we save the Earth Crystal, Pumpkin. But you said we're not arguing about this. Okay.
Can't wait, we stop at McDonald's on the way.
If you can find a McDonald's in the world of Final Fantasy 1, you can have as much as you want. All the Big Macs. All the Big Macs, you say?
Dustin, you don't know our children at all. Pumpkin prefers chicken nuggets.
Big Macs and chicken nuggets.
Oh, now we talking.
Let's have both.
For the record, no, Pumpkin does not eat human food. That's bad for him.
Yeah, but in this world, I mean, he's a warrior in this world. He can handle it.
Yes,
I mean,
he runs purely on chicken nuggets.
I mean, after that stint in the Marsh Cave, he built up an immunity to so many viruses and, like, horrific bodily functions. Like, I think he can handle it. He'd eat, like, 6 double quarter pounders with cheese and, like, 40 nuggets and just be like, oh, man, that was a good start.
Oh, jeez, my stomach's turning at the thought of it. Jeez.
Okay, no word of a lie. After high school, in the town I grew up in, before I decided what I wanted to do in college and stuff, so, you know, took a couple of years off to kind of figure myself out. In my grade 12 year, I started working at McDonald's, and, you know, never intended to work there as long as I did. Worked there for 2.5 years. It was alright, you know, I worked with some cool people. But some of the stuff you saw people put in their bodies, it was awful. Like, we had one guy came in, and I think what did he order? He ordered, like, 4 double Big Macs.
Oh.
And I was like, and he was by himself, and I'm like, oh, well, is your family? I'm like, oh, well, just picking up food for the family, huh? And he was like, oh no, this is all for me. And I was like, and this guy was like average size, like not fat shaming at all, but just average size guy, probably in his like late 40s. And I was just like, all for you. You're getting that to stay or to go? I'll get that to stay. So he gets his 4 double Big Macs and like fries and a drink. And I stood there horrified, not even trying to hide the fact that I was watching him. Because I was legit scared that this guy was, like, going to have a heart attack and we'd have to call him an ambulance. And he sat there and he took his time and he ate all 4 of these sandwiches.
Holy crap.
In one go, and then just gets up like it wasn't even shit and just walks out.
Wow.
I'm
and
like,
here, like, if I'm ordering more than 1 meal's worth, I feel like in my gut I have to say to at least one employee, like, you know, this is my supper for later. I'm not eating this all in one sitting.
This isn't all for me, but it actually was all for me.
Well, when I was an exchange student over in Budapest, Hungary, sometimes if I planned to spend the entire day out, like walking all the way to an island in the middle of the river and spending my day there and whatnot, I would stop at McDonald's or Subway. Those were my 2 main goes. And I would order obviously more than 1 sandwich to go. And then I would put them in my backpack, and then I would go about my day and I would eat them as I went. So there's some people that probably remember a kid that looked too much like a local, but spoke too much like a... What on earth just happened to our thief?
This happened last time we were here, people getting turned to stone.
Oh, shoot these things! Oh, no.
That's okay. That's what gold needles are for.
Okay. But yeah, I was just saying that, you know, some of the locals would have seen me just randomly, like, sitting down on a fountain, putting my camera away, and then getting a, you know, squashed hamburger out of my backpack and eating it before taking off again, so...
Yeah. She must be from North America.
They...
North America portions.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's a warmer country than Northern Canada. Most things are warmer than Northern Canada. And I was out in weather where most people would be wearing, like, sweaters and jackets, and I would be wearing a t-shirt and jeans. I would be stopped by locals all the time asking, "Aren't you cold? Are you okay?" "No, I'm Canadian." And then they would be like, "Oh, okay."
That explains everything.
She's not crazy, but she's crazy.
You guys are kind of fricked in the head.
My own classmates were like, "Are you okay?" And no, I'm from much colder places than this. Don't worry about me.
What do you do when 6 ogres show up?
Shit yourself and run away.
Firebomb!
Oh, that's where we're going. Okay, yeah. The graphics for the destructive capabilities of the Black Mage are pretty out there.
I feel like a good portion of their graphical budget probably went into literally the Black Mage just going full ham and blowing shit up.
I want to see them fry.
Pretty much. Ooh. I love it when we run into slimes that actually take physical damage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're getting to the plaque spot a lot quicker, but that's because we're not stopping in every room to check for treasure and loot and such.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going a lot quicker than I remembered it being for the first time.
I just gotta say, like, every time the mummies show up, I'm wondering what on earth are those 2 purple things sticking out of their heads? Like, are they supposed to be elves with their ears still sticking out of their bandages, or what's going on there?
I almost feel like it's like pieces of, like, the rotting moldy bandages, like, just sticking off of the not-so-moldy bandages. I don't know.
But it's the purple color of their skin.
Maybe they weren't human. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Like, were they originally elves and their ears are sticking out? That would be interesting.
I don't know.
Eh.
I don't know. I'd ask them, but they just try to bite me and strangle me and, you know.
I just want to talk to whoever designed these sprites and shake them down.
Yeah, well, and keep in mind, this is the Pixel Remaster too, so some things have been changed as well. Okay, so we're almost to this plaque here. More ogres.
Of course.
I want to save some of those Firagas, so I'm not going to go full ham on these ones here.
Okay.
We'll just go with a blizzard spell, just a regular ass blizzard spell.
Okay. Jeez, if they last long enough.
So, another fast food story. I very briefly, like, only for like maybe 2 weeks, I worked at an A&W.
Mm-hmm.
And when I worked at McDonald's, they were like, oh, what were some of your strengths working at McDonald's? I'm like, oh, well, I was told I have, like, amazing customer service skills. And they're like, cool, we're going to throw you in the kitchen. I'm like, okay. So I'm in the kitchen just making burgers all day. And it was like a mall food court. McDonald's, or not McDonald's, sorry, A&W. Mm-hmm. And another one, too. So Buddy comes in to order, like, a grandpa burger. Mm-hmm. And they asked for, like, 3 extra patties. So it's like a 6-patty burger. And I ripped, like, 3 bags. I had to, like, push it down and, like, put it in the bag. But it kept ripping the bag. So by the time I was done with it, I had to tell the guy, like, hey, man, I'm sorry. Your burger, like, the bun just looks like absolute garbage because I couldn't fit it in the bag. I was like, oh, it's okay. Happens all the time. And I was like, you order this you're gonna die.
That's commitment.
Yeah. Well, here we are. Well, look at that.
Okay.
I told Pumpkin that wasn't a pepperoni stick.
So, sorry, once we're finished this battle, is the Earth Rod, like, used up with that interaction, or is it still in our key items?
I think it stays in our key items. It might, but I don't think it has any further use past this point. It was literally just to advance further in the dungeon.
Okay, so that's probably why it's in the key items. We don't need to worry about carry space.
Yeah.
No, wait. This game doesn't care about carry space at all. You can carry 1,000 potions if you want.
Well, items stack, and Pixel Remaster also did give you... It is a really huge inventory, whereas older versions of this game had a pretty cumbersome inventory space.
Oh, okay.
Like, I remember playing Final Fantasy IV when it was known as Final Fantasy II, and I remember, like, routinely running out of space, especially later in the game. Mm-hmm. But hey, we're getting further. We might be able to get through this entire dungeon. Because that's what we do. We're the cat warriors of light.
Well, now that you've said it out loud, careful.
It's like right up there with saying the Q word at work.
Yeah, don't do that.
You say the Q word and staplers fly, mostly at your head.
I had people, like, just about lunge over the desks trying to shut me up when I started saying the Q word.
I've had people try to lunge at me over the desk when I haven't said the Q word. They're like, don't say it. I'm like, I didn't say the Q word. I have not violated sacred religious law, okay? Yeah, we'll just use a regular heal. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to save some of those some of those group AoE spells, so... Mm-hmm.
We're finally encountering some different things, like that one ogre mage is just a recolor, but these hyena dons are brand new.
Yeah, I haven't seen those yet.
Mm-hmm. Even if they just look like a slightly recolored Cheetos the Cheetah guy.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Especially if it's blue cheese.
Oh yeah, that's an acquired taste.
I can't do it. My mom loves blue cheese, and if she's eating it at the table, I'm like, no, I'm sitting at the opposite end. I can't smell that.
I'm not sure I've ever had blue cheese before.
I've certainly never gotten it for us, so no, you haven't eaten it while I've been stocking the fridge, so...
I think I might have had, like, a blue cheese dip before, but not, like, actual, like, pure form blue cheese.
Yeah, same. Blue cheese dip, like with buffalo wings, good stuff. Just straight blue cheese, or blue cheese even on crackers, no, too strong. Can't do it.
Fair enough.
Darn it, now I want blue cheese dressing with buffalo wings.
Jeez, we're just going full foodie.
Yeah.
With this episode.
Why? Like, we just finished eating. I'm not even hungry. Just talking about food. Change the subject.
I refuse. Ooh, some gil.
Ooh. Monies.
And more monsters.
Monsters. Money and no monsters. Ooh.
It's a sphinx.
What the hell's going on with its face? Is it supposed to have a beak?
You can pass if you solve my riddle. What hurts more than getting bopped on the head by a battle axe? Our cats aren't much for riddles.
No, especially not our little black mage. Sonny, can you answer this question for me? The answer is violence.
fire and ice and thunder topped with more fire. Bastett seems to be loving her hammer.
I was about to say, our white mages definitely do the does not take the do no harm aspect of her job very seriously.
Need to have those moments. One of the cats looks over Bastett. You're the healer, right?
Just brandishes the hammer. What?
Like, we're all dying right now, and you're the healer, right? Bastett, meanwhile, just heavy breathing, wielding the hammer. It's just soaked in blood and, like, brain matter.
The real Bastett wishes she could.
You should totally, at some point for this series, and I'm saying it in the series, so now it has to happen, Photoshop Bastett in a white mage robe with a hammer.
Well, I was already going to do the costumes out of felt, but yes, we can do this.
Yes. Jeez, even this much later, these guys still hit kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Kenzie needs... Well, we won't waste any magic on Bastett. We'll just pop some potions.
Okay.
There we go. This way? Oh, yes, we can get through that way. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they've included this little, like, mini-map that you can pull up.
Yes.
So helpful. Mainly for, like, treasure chests and, like, achievement hunting and stuff, but yeah, so helpful.
I would have, I didn't have an opportunity to play these kind of games as a kid, but I would have been that neurotic kid that started drawing a little map in paper and pencil, this is bullshit.
Oh, yeah. I would have done that in elementary school. Like, are you paying attention? Oh, yeah, totally. So on the third floor, you start encountering ogres. Okay, let's see. All right, I see a stairwell way the hell up to the northwest.
But there's another door in the southwest there.
Yeah, so we've got some loot to... Gotta go check and see if there's loot, because loot is life.
I'm just worried that door's gonna lead us, into another rabbit hole of more stuff, and then we have to backtrack to the darn stairwell, and...
Yeah. You did get around to liberating the Earth Crystal, right? No, not quite. But we found all this treasure. Look, I found a whole bunch of Dunkaroos. You can't even find these in some regions anymore.
What are you talking about? You can totally get those in Canada still.
I said some regions. I didn't specifically say Canada. For a while there, you could not find those in Canada.
Yeah, they're having a resurgence. I've had some.
Yeah. All right, we got to be careful with the... Yeah, there we go. Kenzie's turned to stone.
Ah.
Yeah, they're normal. It's not even a spell. It's their normal-ass attack can turn you to stone. And then being turned to stone is almost like being KO'd, because, you can't even be targeted by spells.
Yeah, the cure spell missed her entirely. Doesn't work.
Keep it together, guys. Okay. There we go.
There we go.
At least Kenzie will still get experience. At least those guys are weak.
Yeah, as long as your hits land, you're doing okay.
Yeah. I don't want to waste a spell firebombing those guys, but I almost kind of do, just because if they turn our whole party to stone, that's literally game over.
Ugh.
Yes.
Okay, so turning to stone, if your entire party is stoned, it's the same as being KO'd. But what if your entire party is blinded or poisoned?
Oh no, you can still act if your whole party... There's some bosses in some Final Fantasies that literally mass poison your party repeatedly. That's fine. You can still act, but when you're turned to stone, because you've literally been rendered into permanent inaction without intervention, unless you have intervention to act again, you basically might as well be dead, because you can't do anything. You're basically a statue at that point.
Now, if you had the what the hell's going on with that ogre mage?
He used blink, so his evasion's up.
Oh, okay, that's an effect. Shoot, what was I saying?
Basically the invisible spell.
I'm sorry, I can't remember what I was saying.
We were talking about like status effects like stone and blind and poison, and how if the whole party is quote unquote stoned off their gorge, that it's a game over, but not the same with other status effects.
There we go. I remember my question now. So being turned to stone is a permanent effect until somebody uses a golden needle on you. It's not like after so over many turns you'll go back to normal.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's important to know. Okay.
Yeah, so it's no joke. Like, when enemies start turning your guys to stone, you're just like, oh, shit, better do something about this. You think to yourself, I could have just firebombed, like, literally just mass killed everything with a black mage spell, but that seemed like overreacting and like a waste. Now it doesn't seem like that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of...
Hiya!
Oh, that did not take them all out, but they're on the verge of death.
Woohoo!
Mithril shield.
Oh!
Ooh. Pumpkin got a new shield.
He's the only one that can use shields at all, can he?
I believe so. If Kenzie can use shields, I think they're just... No, yeah. Yeah, no, I think Pumpkin's the only one that can.
Sorry, what were the other two classes that we didn't end up using? The Red Mage and...
Monk.
And Monk.
Yeah,
those don't strike me as people that use heavy armor either, unless the Monk is fitted a bit differently than I think.
No, the Monk... I think the Monk, if I remember correctly, uses about the same weight of armor that, like Kenzie as a thief would use. Mm-hmm. The Monks hit really hard, though, for damage. Like, you can start them off with the Nunchaku, and then they will eventually you'll just have them going hand-to-hand. Later Final Fantasies, like for example, our Final Fantasy XI series, your character Ragecat started as a monk, and monk does get like claws and fists and like cesti and other stuff that they can use to increase their damage. So essentially they do get weapons. But the monk in this game, eventually, you're just going to have them going like barehanded, and they hit really hard and they hit a lot. Like, they'll go to punch, and it'll say something like 14 hits or something, right? So they do hit hard, and they do hit a lot. That's about the bare minimum to what they do in this game. Whereas Red Mage can use some heavier gear similar to a warrior. They can also use white and black magic.
Right, they're kind of a jack of all trades. Yeah,
but master of none. When you get to the later levels, that's where you really kind of notice the struggle with Red Mage. Still a great job to have, but that's where you kind of notice the struggle, is because they're not going to get some of like the epic like endgame level spells that a white mage or black mage would get. There we go. Figure might as well bust out a couple of low-level Dia spells. So we've got another door over to the west. And that might be it.
Looks like it. It's basically just a space if you want to be level grinding.
I think sometimes these maps don't show you certain things. Like, notice how we're not seeing our sprite, the bats, or anything. That room up there could be, like, the end of the dungeon. So we're going to go check out this door, and then that room up there might be the end point. We'll find out.
Okay.
Because I do seem to recall playing some of these when I wasn't recording them, that sometimes you'd look at a map and be like, oh, there's nothing up there, and then you'd get up there and realize that like there was the boss and like a crystal and a bunch of shit going on, and you're like, oh, the map had me believe this was just an empty, boring dead end.
I see, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the map is mostly for, like, finding treasure chests and doors and stuff like that, because there are the Steam achievements for getting all the treasure chests and hidden items and stuff.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh!
No, I think we found what we're looking for.
Okay. That looks like a crystal, if I must hazard a guess.
Or an orb of some kind. Let's, Okay, we've healed up. I do have some ethers. There. Each mage takes a shot of ether. That's the crystal.
Oh!
The crystal of Earth. Things
There's
are getting
a whole
serious.
bunch of shiny effects. A lot of shiny effects going on, okay.
Oh yeah, shit's about to get real. Who speaks to me? I am Pumpkin. I am very hungry.
I'd like to order a 12-piece chicken nugget with hot mustard sauce.
Are you the ghost of Colonel Sanders? I am he who feeds on the power of Earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. Why are you cats? I am the Lich. Fiend of Earth.
Well, you know what cats do with Earth, right? We use it in our litter box.
No matter, you're all gonna die. So this is like the first like real boss.
Okay, I see. Yeah, they kind of went ham with this sprite.
Oh yeah. So I don't know how magic heavy this one's gonna be. We'll get Bastett to throw up some buffs. Protect on Little Sunny.
Well, surely that looks very undead to me. What does Dia do to this one?
I would imagine Dia would hit it hard. But I want to make sure that our sprites, that our characters are actually protected.
Yep. Yeesh. Okay.
Okay.
Buff the little guy. Bastett in real life. I don't give a shit what happens to the kid.
As long as I survive, the game will go on. Party of 4 white mages for the win. I think we're going to go ahead and Roid Rage Pumpkin again.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, I can feel the steroids.
Pumpkin has been on steroids. It's scary. Oh no!
Sunny got put... Oh, well, Pumpkin just landed a critical hit.
Nice.
At least we still got more of those ethers if need be. Glad I stocked up on those. So we don't really have anything that... I don't know if they even have Shell in this game. That would have been the one that raises magic resistance. I'll get Bastett to pop off a Diara.
Yep, do it.
Let's Roid Rage Kenzie too.
Okay.
Kenzie's like, oh, I'm so pissed.
Kenzie has also been on steroids. It's a bitch trying to go to sleep with this little string bean having a hyper fit in the next room.
Yeah. So how do you get your cat warriors of light to save the world? We just get them hopped up on drugs. Okay, the Lich just casted haste on itself, so it's going to be moving a bit faster now. Alright, let's pop off another Diara, and let's go with a Firaga from Sunny. It's always a little scary getting the White Mage to do anything, because then the frickin' boss goes ape shit. Oh, look at that! Kenzie got the KO. Kenzie's just like, I'm so mad. The boss is dead, Kenzie. I'm so fucking pissed.
Kenzie's just, trembling in the corner. Give me something else to hit.
Alright, so Pumpkin leveled up. Bastett leveled up.
Nice.
Oh, this is Pumpkin's crystal.
How do we know which one's carrying what?
Pumpkin just lifted his crystal up. The Earth crystal.
Oh, okay.
This is the altar of Earth, from which the power of Earth flows forth. Cool, we liberated 1 crystal. We've got 3 left to go. And this
Oh,
dungeon
teleport.
actually, yeah, it's actually for once you don't have to walk all the way back.